Hello everyone, Care Bear here to share with you a finished pair of socks. I am on a sock challenge for 2026 and I am trying not to repeat any sock patterns that I hunt and search for something that I haven't made before. And so these are the Harris Tweed Socks by Ali Green, and they are, I think, maybe number 12 in my that I haven't repeated since the start of 2026. So that's part of my socks challenge. The reason I picked this pattern is because of the lovely texture in these socks. I loved that waffle look that's there, and that's why I picked it. What I will tell you, this is a free pattern that I found on Ravelry, but it is only for one size, which I think is about a medium adult size, which is perfect because I've made these for a family member. So let me tell you what the pattern called for. It was a US 1.5 or a 2.5 millimeter needle and fingering weight yarn. I used this Patton's Croy um, fingering weight self-striping yarn. It's a rag shade, and this one happens to be the gray striped rag, which is 55047. I think it's discontinued yarn. And to make this medium size, or I think it was 64 stitches or 60 stitch cast on, it was, and I think that's about a 3-inch a leg. It took 64 grams of that sock yarn, and I'm really happy with it. I think it's going to look super cute with boots in the fall. I had a lot of this yarn. A friend is really great at thrifting, and she went into a thrift shop and ended up with, I think, about 5 or 6 skeins of this Patton's Croy sock yarn. And I have made now 3 pairs and I still have yarn left over. So you will see a 4th pair, but it won't be the Harris Tweed because I will push myself to make something else. So let me tell you a little bit about the construction of these socks. They are a cuff to toe knit. The cuff is, I think it's a knit 2 purl 2, so it has a nice squishy um, band at the top, and then you move into a 4-row repeat that actually breaks the rib pattern, because you continue with a knit 2 purl 2, but then you're breaking the rib as you move along in the pattern. Texture starts right after the cuff, goes all the way down till you get to that heel flap. The heel flap, and I think I followed it properly, but it was a really unique texture in that heel flap. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be like that, but I really like it. So I made sure that I did that texture for both of the socks. So there is the heel flap. Then you get into the heel, which is just flat, which I think is more comfortable since it's on the bottom of our foot. And then you move into the gusset. I think the gusset was to come to the last 3 stitches, but I always go to the last 4 and I leave a knit 2 so that it gives a little bit of a wider um, V gusset there. And then after you do the heel flap, the heel, and picking up those stitches for the gusset, you then move into the foot, and the foot continues with the pattern on the instep and the top of the foot, and on the bottom it's just a plain knit. Then you move into the toe, and the toe has the decreases, again moving to the first 3 and the last 3 of both the right and the left hand side. I move to the first 4 and the last 4, again doing a thicker wide two stitches on both sides. I like that wider look. And then I finished with a Kitchener stitch of the last number of stitches that are on the toe. So that is the Harris Tweed Sock. Not sure if there was anything else I wanted to share. I think I made it exactly as the pattern called for. I followed exactly the number of rows in the cuff, the number of rounds in the leg, and I did the length of the foot that I knew I needed for this family member. And will I make these again? Probably, because I do really like that Harris Tweed look here. But I won't make it again in 2026 because I'm going to continue with my sock challenge and push myself to search for other great sock patterns. So if you have a favorite sock pattern that you'd love to share, please let me know what it is and I'll find it on the internet or on Etsy or Ravelry or any other site where I find my patterns. So I won't make this again for 2026, but in the future, I think I will. Thanks for watching.